Sup? Will from Interesting Productions here. This week we've been talking about our preferences in manga. Most people have been comparing big editions to single volume editions, but I think I'm going to go a little further than that. Let's get started. First, let's make my preference known about big editions. I like them. What I particularly like about big editions is that they're a really good sampler if you haven't read a series, but you want to read a bit to get started with it. That's how I got into One Piece. Usually I think that to really get the feeling of a series, you need to read at least 2 or 3 volumes, especially with big series like One Piece. So I got the big edition of that, and I'm hooked on One Piece, and it's all because I got a big edition rather than just like a normal single volume. They save a lot of money too. But then again, it always feels so satisfying when you get just like a single volume of a series you're following, like that just came out, you know? Anyways, let's keep moving. What do I usually collect? Usually if I see an anime I really like, I'll try and get the manga for it to see if there's any differences or just because I want to collect it. Hence, a lot of my single volumes of series that I have. I try and stay consistent on what I collect for series, but sometimes I just really need a certain series, whether it just be one volume of it. I have a lot of everything when it comes to genre. Comedy, action, adventure, fantasy, romance, drama, you name it. I only started collecting about a year ago, so I only have about 100 volumes. What do you mean, only 100 volumes? Well, for a fanatic like me, that's not very much. Where do I buy my manga? I try and get as much as I can from half-price books because, of course, it's half price. But there's also this comic book store right next to my house that offers 10% off on all manga all the time. It's kind of awesome. And they have new manga, so I don't have to like wait for it to be used and sold back to half-price books to get it. Pretty awesome, right? It's like right next to my house. 5 minutes that way. Sometimes if there are volumes in a series that just came out that I really need like that moment, I'll order them on Amazon. Like these volumes of Bakuman. I needed them. But most of the time I just go to the store when a new volume of a series comes out. I really like just finding volumes in a comic book store, especially ones that you weren't expecting to find. It's really gratifying, you know? How often do I buy? I usually have to go at least one time a month, even if just to look in a comic book store. But I always go straight to the comic book store any week that a volume of one of my favorite series is coming out. Favorite manga I'm collecting? I really like all of the manga I'm collecting. But the one I anticipate having a new volume come out the most is definitely Fullmetal Alchemist. It's getting so good! Favorite mangaka? I love the art of Clamp a lot. But I have to say that my favorite mangaka is Bisco Hattori, who's the creator of Ouran High School Host Club and Millennium Snow. The stories she writes are so heartfelt, and the metaphors she uses, and the imagery, and everything she does in her manga is just wonderful. Also, her sense of humor is spot on. Well, that's about everything I can say about my preferences in manga. I'll see you guys next week. Bye!